this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with another episode of Follow the Sourdough, Day 7. We knead dough. Here we go. My sponge is ready. It's totally spongy. I left it overnight, as my post yesterday explained, so it's probably even more bubbly than yours is going to be, but anyway. So I'm going to knock it down with a spatula because I need 2 cups of sponge for my recipe. And if you don't knock it down, you'll get too many bubbles and it won't be measured right. So 2 cups of sponge, throw it in a bowl, 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using a nice kind of a light olive oil. And then 1 cup of our white unbleached bread flour. We're going to stir that together. That's going to mix in all the salt and sugar and oil. And it's going to form a very wet, very sticky dough. We're going to put in another half cup of flour. We're going to stir that in with a spatula, and that's going to form a slightly less sticky ball of dough. So once a cup and a half of flour are in there, you're going to turn that out onto a floured board. You're going to pour a half a cup of flour over and under, and you're going to work it in with your fingertips. Now, we're going to get in anywhere between 2.5 and 3 cups of flour into this finished bread dough. So this half cup you're going to work in, and it's probably going to still be very sticky. So just keep pushing it and kneading it. And I'm showing you my patented kneading technique. I call it the HTPP. It's the half turn with the palm push. So it's the HTPP, half turn, palm push, half turn, palm push. And that's just, stretches out the gluten and starts to build up the texture of the dough. So what you're going to do after those 2 cups are in, because we started with a cup, and then we added a half cup, then we added a half cup. So once the 2 cups of flour are worked in, you're going to just keep kneading, and you're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour at a time, only when it starts sticking to the board and or your hands. Now you're going to keep doing that, and you're probably going to work in about another half a cup to a cup of flour. It all depends on the humidity and the dough and the flour and all that kind of stuff. But the last half cup or so, it's just a sprinkle at a time. You keep kneading, you keep kneading, you keep kneading until you have a very elastic, springy, backy dough. Now here's how you can tell for sure. Get yourself a flashlight. You're going to tear off a little ball of dough, and you're going to stretch it between your fingers. And if you can stretch it so thin that you can see the flashlight through it and it doesn't tear, then it's done. If it tears, then you gotta keep kneading. All right, so mine took between 10 and 15 minutes of pretty heavy duty kneading, and I'm pretty ripped. My arms are above average in strength and definition. So it took me a good 12-15 minutes to knead that to that state. Once that's done, you're gonna put that in a bowl with some oil. Okay, a little bit of olive oil, just a few drips. You're gonna coat it with oil. You're gonna throw a kitchen towel over it, and you're gonna let it rise until it doubles in size. Now, sourdough rises much slower than regular dough. So I'm going to leave this overnight, and it's going to take anywhere between 6 and 12 hours or so. And once it doubles, we're going to bake it, and that'll be the last episode. By the way, don't throw away the leftover sponge. Put it in the refrigerator. Stay tuned, check the site for more details, and enjoy.